Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. This is a team that comes into the game wishing there was more on the line, but the reality is they're just playing out the string at this point. Still, despite their disappointing season, you can be sure they'll be giving it their all here. It's the Saints going up against the Colts. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome you to the heart of the Hoosier State in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, and Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason, right?
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. On the return, it's Jalen Marshall. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the Stanford man. It's Andrew Luck.
I love everything about Andrew Luck's game, but I also love his worldliness. Some of his formative years were spent growing up outside of the United States. I think that that's helped him when he came back because now he's seen the world. I think that helped him mature a little bit as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Ah, yes, this is where the expression staying ahead of the chains comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for 3rd down.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Textbook defense, nowhere to go for the runner. They get there, they make the tackle, play over.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. On 2nd down, here's Luck. Allen has it, left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, You're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
Tamba Hali's stock and trade is a quick first step to the quarterback, and he knows how to finish when he arrives.
Play action, it's locked. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively, pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is locked. Deep drop. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
3rd and long. It's locked. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Being chased out left. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
All right, now look at 56. Back down to that Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriots. Hurry up. Here we go. Green. Detroit. Watching that Barney.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You're going to let that happen, guys?
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. From the gun, here's Luck. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-0 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed,
under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Luck. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And they'll go on the ground. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down, Saints.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Floating one, incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
False start, offense.
So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Looking to throw. And that's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Colts come after it and they block it. This is a live ball taken inside the 15. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes.
And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Saints defense ready to set up shop again here. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. On 1st down, Locke. His throw incomplete. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 10, Luck again. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. A good pickup there at 22.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now a 1st down throw, Luck. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
Certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sink just wasn't there.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Luck throwing again. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Crosby puts it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Here's the punter, McAfee, to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return comes to a halt right at the... And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Tamahali. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A.J. Klein able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play.
Under pressure, they got him again. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Fight pressure from behind, and he's going to be thrown down. And another timeout taken by the Colts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Remember, though, he did have 1 blocked earlier. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. Look at the spin.
Balance.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Saints defense getting ready here, heading back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Luck on first down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Butler. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Third down at the 44. Luck's got his man deep downfield, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Colts take the early lead. Offense out now following the INT. Offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Third down from inside the 10. Luck connects on a pass into coverage, and he finds his mark for the score. That puts them on top by 14. We move late into the second. Here the defense will come up with a pick. Butler's reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. So that'll do it from here. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles. They've got the second half from Indy. Brandon.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to be. They come up in an offset eye. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team is showing no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half. And it's never a bad decision to slide as a quarterback. You're too valuable for reasons other than your legs to go out there and take those unnecessary hits.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. Touchdown, and the New Orleans Saints put 6 up on the board. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. That room to run, just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
Well, it was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football. But when you got a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, you'll take him each and every time.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2, now third down. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play. It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy. Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A.J. Klein able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Over. Leopard.
Play clock winding down.
Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Luck throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. In the red zone this time. On 1st and 10, Luck. That is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And it's up and good. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a...
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 on the gain there. And the Saints are going to get a 1st down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on. And a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Now let's go.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll go to the air here on 4th. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A.J. Klein in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Set. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding Gabriel complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 16 yards on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Xavier Cooper in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's caught at the 3. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And it would appear Indianapolis set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.
So for the Colts, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a phase as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a late season stumble as they're going to fall to 12-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.